Hello everybody, I'm Anthony, Milwaukee's Liberty Submarine. Today I'll be doing another album ranking today, and I just listened to the album, a new metal band from the early 2000s, and it is System of a Down, and it's the Toxicity album. Easily the most iconic album from System of a Down. It will remain as one of the most well-known albums from System of a Down to this day. Let me tell you, I listened to this album all the way through, and my God, it's such a good album. Because I talked about this album, how much I love this album in my album review. And yeah, I did an album review of each track, how much would I really feel about the songs on the albums and the background too. And yeah, this is just an album ranking today, ranking the tracks worst to best. Like I always say, there's no bad songs from System of a Down. There's always for this album, I have no problems with none of the songs. Even though there's one of my least favorites, that doesn't mean I don't like it. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I love them a lot. And this album, did you know, fun fact, this album came out 4 days before we witnessed one of the saddest terror attacks we've ever witnessed, and it was the September 11 attacks. Because this came out September 7th, 2001, 4 days before. It's similar to SpongeBob SquarePants Band Geek episode. I think it was that one and Secret Box. Love those episodes. Band Geeks, I believe they aired that episode on TV. I believe it was 7 days before the September 11 attacks. September 4th, 2001. That's crazy that they aired those. Those both came out before a couple days. That's crazy to think about it too. And yeah, pretty much that's all I want to basically talk about. Fun facts about the album. And I will be talking about not only the songs, but I will talk about the background of this. Not only how much I love the songs, but I will talk about the backgrounds of the songs. And yeah, so this is my album ranking, and let's get into it. There's 14 tracks on this album, and number 14 for me, my least favorite track is Psycho song. Don't get me wrong, I really love this song. It's really catchy, and it's really catchy. I really love this song. Like, I'm just gonna say a lot of the songs on this album is catchy, but it's true. It's really catchy. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. System of a Down, I would basically classify them as a nu metal band from the early 2000s, because nu metal was a big thing in the late 90s and the early 2000s. But nowadays we don't have that. And yeah, this song Psycho basically talks about, or the song is basically, it talks about the music genre of different types of people that tries to be in a relationship with a band member being a crazy psychopath in the metal show because of the drugs, and especially in this song. So it basically talks. So I'm guessing the song is basically talking about not stereotypes, but it basically talks about the obsession with different types of people, the stereotypes, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, I wrote down the notes, the fun facts about the songs, just in case you don't know it. And this song, I really love this song. It's really catchy, and this is the 13th track on the album, Toxicity album. And at the end, I'm gonna show you what this album looks like. This is on CD. My parents actually had this album a long time when this first came out. My parents had this, and man, this was the first album that I've had. I think this one, or Hybrid Theory. I think actually Hybrid Theory album was actually the first album I've ever gotten into metal music. Well, not only new metal, but like basically it opens me up. It opens my mind to metal music too. Hybrid Theory is probably, yeah. Hybrid Theory was the first one, I believe. Yeah, it was. But actually, to tell you the truth, Toxicity album has actually got me more into it, because I remember the first time I listened to the album all the way through. I think 3 or 4 songs, I was like, oh my God, I remember this song. I remember this song. Man, I feel so old. Because I remember I believe though a couple of tracks. I think it was actually 5 or 6 tracks that I remember when I was growing up of this album. That's crazy. My older brother and my father are a big fan of System of a Down. They love this album, and I can't blame them. I really love System of a Down too. So Psycho is my least favorite tracks on the album. It's not terrible or bad or anything. It's my least favorite. It's not because it's nothing bad about it, or not just because of what the song's talking about. It's still a good song. I just gotta say that all the songs on this album are really good, and it's true. It's actually my number one favorite album from System of a Down's catalog so far. Number 13 for me is Science. This song is okay, but I love the harmonize in the middle of the song, and I loved it. And see, that's another thing about System of a Down. What they're really good at. It's not like because they're good at harmonies, but they're good at making melodies in some of their tracks and their their songs and whatnot. But yeah, they were great at making melodies, and not only that, but they are basically a political band, similar to Rage Against the Machine. They're basically a political band, and yeah, I love it when like band like System of a Down, they're basically political because they're basically talking about what society was back in the days. I love it. And Science song is basically it details the negative effects science has upon our society. While it is more often than not hailed in a positive, unmediated light, Sarge Taken believes it has robbed us of the most powerful part of our existence. And that's the thing what he's saying. Sarge Taken is basically saying that one of him and the band members of System of a Down are basically Armenians. Or you could basically call them Armenian American. Because they're basically make music in America, and they're from Armenia. And yeah, their backgrounds Armenia people are because fun fact that I think it was 1914s or way back in the days where they were getting murdered, and it was sad. And historical religion has been the primary source of education and ideologies. But as we have developed a greater understanding of scientific laws, the focus of knowledge have shifted from blind faith to concrete evidence. More historic disputes have evolved or been centralized around religion, and it has been used hysterically to appease the masses living in impoverished conditions with promise of reward in the afterlife. If we suffered in this one, we have replaced what we have our most powerful motivator with undeniable, uninterpreted facts. The main fact is that faith and spirit are more powerful than any law of physics or amounts of scientific facts, and that removing this crucial element of our existence will destroy all that we have known and stood for. It's not about knowing, it's about believing, which I really agree on that one. It's a really good quote. I really love it. And yeah, this song is my I love this song, and I love the background, and I love like I said, all the System of a Down songs are really catchy, I gotta say. For the most part in this album, they're really catchy. I mean, they're basically a metal band, or a new metal band, for a fact. You know they're gonna be catchy for sometimes. So, I really love this song. I really love this song. And, yeah, I love all the songs. I don't like them, but I love all the songs on this album, the Toxicity album. And yes, if you notice, like, the lens, like, the cracks, yes, they bought this way back. Yeah, I'm not joking. Because you probably noticed, like, right here, and probably the cracks, because this was way back in the day when this was in stores. It's crazy. Number 12 for me is Bounce. Now, don't get me wrong, this song is catchy, and it sounds a little bit, in my opinion, silly, in my opinion, because it's basically, the song just keeps saying, it basically talks about going on a date, and it's basically going on a date, and basically, it's basically bouncing pogo sticks, and it sounds, for me, the idea, like, the song sounds pretty silly, but it's really catchy, I gotta say, it's a really catchy song. And the reason why I ranked this so low, because you may rank this a little higher on your list, you could. And this is the 7th track of System of a Down's second album, Toxicity. Darren Malakian said in the concert that the song is about sex, because I don't want to say it's because YouTube. But based on the lyrics, it could be about group sex, often referred as a orgy. the pogo stick Sarge talks about is basically his private parts. And no, I'm not joking. This is actually what their info in the back, and this is the info what they were saying in the song. So yeah, they didn't say no cuss words in the song. They didn't say cuss words or anything. I mean, it's new. They only had like 2 songs that had cuss words, and that's pretty much it. I don't mind cuss words. I'm an adult. Don't make fun of me, people. I'm an adult. I'm a young adult, actually. And the reason why I put this a little low, is not because the song is basically sounds silly, in my opinion. It's not because it sounds silly. Because this song was used in a kids' film, and I don't like that, used in a kids' film. Because, especially for a song that basically talks about inappropriate stuff. And yes, just because the kids watching this video, because, you know, what do you expect from kids that are basically watching YouTube these days, huh? But, yeah. I don't like the idea of putting that song in a kids' film, because this song has an inappropriate background, too. So, I would not put that song in the movie. I would have basically put the most famous song from that album, which could be it could be it could have been like their hit singles in it, and I would not care much for their hit singles. I'm just kidding. I really love their hits. I really love their hit singles from this album. Believe me or not, so far the songs I'm counting on the list, like Bounce, Science, Psycho, they're not hits from the album. Well, I mean, no, they're not hits. No, I take it back. It's no hits so far we've gotten. So next is number 11, and it is Forest. Now this is a song that's really spoke to me, and I really love this song. Especially because that's another thing too why I love System of a Down is basically Sarge taking his vocals too on most of their catalogs. It's really good. Because Sarge taking and Daryl Malakian's vocals are really good too. And especially the guitar and drumming and the vocalist too, and the bassist too. Don't forget about that. And I love the chorus. Why can't you say that you are my child? I love this song. It's so catchy. Really good vocals by Sarge Taking. I really love it. And it basically the line in the lyrics make the forest turn to wine. Certainly alludes to this. When talking about System of a Down's creativity, Rick Rubin's used Forest's guitar riff as an example. The track, unlike others, doesn't have a great Darren Malakian's participation on vocals. Which, yeah, this is one of the songs. Not every System of a Down songs are gonna have every song that's gonna have Darren Malakian in it. For the most part, it's gonna have Sarge Taking, of course. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Darren Malakian sings in some of the songs on System of a Down's catalog, but not all of them. I really love the song. It's really catchy. I gotta say, it's really catchy. That's not really much to say too much about this song. Not really too much. Number 10, Jet Pilot. And this song is really good, although it may be hard for you guys to understand what it's saying in the song. But you gotta think about it too. This is the album that also includes lyrics, just in case you misinterpreted what they're saying in the song too. But yeah, this album it does include the lyrics in there too. So yeah, I would basically. I forgot what I was gonna say. Wow, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, Jet Pilot. So this song is really, because I always say like the songs on this album is catchy, but you gotta bear with me. For me, it's really catchy. Because at first I didn't know what Sarge Taking was saying in the song, but then I looked at the lyrics from the album's artwork, not lyrics online. Come on, because I mean. Let's be I'm being serious, because when I got this album, I decided to look over it while listening to the songs, and it had lyrics, so I decided to look at the lyrics and know what he's saying. But basically, I really, because I looked at the lyrics, I was thinking like, now I know what he's saying this time. He says, why were the eyes of a horse of a jet pilot one that smiled when he flew over the bay? It's like, it's a really fast, well, I mean, I can't say fast song, but it's like, the way he sings is really fast. and it could be hard for some people to interpret it or what they're saying from the lyrics of the song. But it's really good. I gotta say, it's a really good song. And Jet Pilot is because I said in my video that it's one of the songs that not a lot of people, not a lot of people knows the meaning of the song. But Sarge Taking, I believe he said the song. They say like the skies right before they went gray, but because not a lot of people like nobody from the band. I don't think nobody even explained about the song what it was talking about. Some people say that the song is basically talks about the shelling of Star Pancreas, a bombardment in Armenia, because that's the thing too. System of a Down, they basically talk about their backgrounds, which I don't have a problem with that, as long as they have a great not only message but not only good lyrics, but stuff like that. And I actually there was I also remember on the interview that Sarge Taken said that there was a horse that lived New York, the Bay, and all that he ever dreamed of was looking down at the ocean as he flew over it. Then as a jet flew over the horse, and the jet pilot made eye contact, and for a moment the horse could see through jet pilot's eyes. The song is saying how we take the earth for granted and destroy it every day, and don't care, and we don't stop and think how the world we are destroying without guilt is the most beautiful thing to the animals of the planet. How the horse dreams about seeing the ocean from the pilot's perspective, and the jet pilot's view, and he just flies over it. The part where he says, "My source," quote, "My source is the source of all creation," is saying how we were created by the same thing that created the planet. So in destroying the planet, in turn, we are destroying ourselves. We are nothing more than important intelligent animals. Yeah, and yeah, that's basically basically an interview that he actually talked about for a while, but not a lot. So yeah, and I put the notes down because last time I didn't cover how much I didn't cover about the interview. I don't think I did it in the last interview. I don't think I did. But yeah, I didn't talk so much about the song, but now we all pretty much get what the song is basically talking about. Number 9 for me is the letter X, and I'm not joking. That's the song called X, which means multiply, like in math, multiply. Basically, multiply times by the number. But this song X, or you could want to call it multiply. But it's a song. It's a song about immigration, overpopulation, and a topic that is touched on in many of System of a Down songs. The Armenian genocide of 1915. So it was 1915, not 1914. I got it wrong. The movie Screamers, which is about the Armenian genocide, features band members like Sarge Taken and Darren Mulligan. And no, I have not actually seen the film. I was actually planning on watching it, but I've been really busy lately, and I've never got the chance to do so. This song was actually written for their debut album, System of a Down, but was held back until Toxicity, so it could be worked upon. It was played live in a few times between 1997 to 2001. And yeah, that's pretty much what you should know, but that's basically what you should know about this song. I love that the song is really catchy. I gotta say, the song is. I gotta say something else besides saying catchy, because all of the songs on the song albums are really catchy. But the song is really it can make you move really fast too. And I love the chorus. We don't need to multiply. We don't need to multiply. I believe this is the song that's actually the shortest song on this album. Actually, I could be wrong, but I believe this is the shortest song on the album. I believe so. It is actually. It's actually a minute and 58 seconds. It's not that long. It's really short. Probably I believe Oh no, I apologize. No. X is not the shortest song. Bounce is actually the shortest song on the album because it's. Well, hold on. Let me look at it just in case. Well, okay, no, my bad. I'm gonna take it back. Shimmy is actually the shortest song on the album. It's only a minute and 50 seconds. Okay, that's the shortest song on the album. Shimmy song, which I will talk about it later on, and I'll talk about it when when I put it in my ranking of the album. I'll talk about it if I got a chance to talk about it. And I don't know what to say. I don't know. I have nothing to say already. Number 8 for me is Deer Dance. This song, I love Sarge Taken's vocals and the harmonies from Darren All Again too, by the way. I really loved it. Pushing like a German with the fully automatics. They like to push the weak around. I really love this song. It's so catchy. Oh my gosh. Like, every time I hear the Deer Dance, I always memorize the lyrics too. Deer Dance is about police brutality against peaceful protesters who are standing up for what they believe to no avail. Some parts of the song are just our Sergeant Taken talking about how it's to be in a manifestation of and how the authority threats you. Another, he talks about the importance of the protesters to change your local community or maybe the world like it seems on the Brit. Like it seems like it actually. If you probably don't notice in the lyrics, it actually says in one of the lyrics of the song, it basically, because you can tell by the lyrics by what the listeners interpreted. One of the lyrics on this song it has a couple of lyrics, a deer dance, and what was the other one? Invitation to peace, and yeah, basically, war staring you in the face. Yeah, it's part of the lyrics in the booklet. Those are the lyrics that pretty much our listeners are interpreted of this song too. But yeah, this song is really good. I love the harmonies in this song. Like, I don't know, because I know a lot of people will be like, "What are you talking about? I thought you love some hard, heavier metal music." Well, I love some other parts of metal too. I love the melodies too. Come on. But basically, the song it talks about the violence, like against the violence of the riot police on protesters. The band is defending the human right to protest, which is a very nice and thoughtful thing to do. Peaceful, loving youth against the brutality. That's the quote from the song too. That's one of the lyrics on the song I remember. What it said on the album cover. I don't know. Number 7 for me is Needles. This is the second track on the album, and it's really good. It's really good. I love the transition from the first track too. Because that's another thing too. That's why a lot of people have been listening to music online. Don't listen to music online. Buy albums like this, or even buy it on vinyl. I mean, granted, newer, in the 2000s or the 90s, they don't really have vinyls anymore. I mean, granted, there's some certain artists or musician or band that they sell it to vinyl, but for most part of nowadays, they don't sell it on vinyl. But because buy this album on CD because you get the full experience. Like, I believe I've said this in the last video where you have to buy the CDs on the CD albums because you get the full experience and it feels like it's like just one song. Like you may think to yourself, wow, this sounds like one song, but it's 2 different tracks, and that's why you gotta buy CD albums or even vinyls. Well, I mean, vinyls basically I don't know. Not a lot of people buy. Not a lot of people, musicians or bands, basically sells vinyls. I mean, there's certain musicians that they probably still do it to this day. But overall, buy the CD albums because the transitions are really good too. It's just like the Beatles, where like the transitions they sound like the same, like one song, but it's the different tracks. But yeah. The Needles is a song that talks about the danger of abusing drugs more. It's basically comparing to it have a parasite in your body. The band advertised everybody don't do drugs. Pull the tapeworm out of your butts. And yes, that's not actually what they said, and I want to keep it clean just in case of some kids out there are watching this, because you may not know. The song has also more, because the song, I actually noticed that there was actually more Darren Malakian's vocals than Sarge Taken's vocals. I've noticed when listening to the song a bunch of times. Because I listened to the song a bunch of times, especially since when I first bought this album. And I love the song that's more melodic, or this song is more mellow, like a melodic. And Darren Malakian actually said about the interview, quote, I wanted to add a bit more harmony for myself in the songs, and that required tastefully mixing in some softer guitars between the really heavy parts. I agree. I would definitely add harmonies and melodies in some softer moments, especially that mixing in with the heavy parts. I agree. And Darren Malakian also said that in Needles, quote, Needles, I had my own vocal solo part sings, sitting in my room. So I've broken into this slowly because I didn't want to shoot the fans in the face, but the song's naturally muted this way. The band is growing and naturally moving in this direction. Yeah. Especially because when you're a popular musician or band, it depends on how popular you're getting. Especially back then. Back then, we didn't have no music online too, and that's the good thing because at least you're knowing music. Because nowadays we got like any music that you can see online pretty much. And they were, I gotta say, they were the right band in the right timing too. Because if they were the band in the modern era, I feel like, in my opinion, they will not be as popular as what they were back then. And yeah, this song is really good. I gotta say, this song is really good. I love the harmonies too. I loved it, especially Darren Malakian. He said he wanted to make it more melody, and I loved it. So it succeeded really well. Number 6 for me, yo. You may rank this really a little higher, but for me it's number 6, and it's Praise the Song, the first track on the album. It's really good. They're trying to build a president. They're trying to build a president. I really love this song, and this song is basically on a criticism or attacking of the prison industrial complex, the war on drugs, and the incredibly high rate of incarceration in America compared to other modern nations. The track opens so System of a Down's best-selling album Toxicity, like I said earlier. Reflection the main structure on most of the album's songs, a mixture of melody and screaming, metal and pop, which, yeah, that's basically what they described this album. Which I have no problems with screaming. It depends on what your type of screaming that you love. Yeah. Sarge Taken and Darren Malakian, they basically sing a lot in this album. I really loved it. And I have no problems with, there's some tiny problems with metal bands with screaming. Not only screaming, but like how they sing and how they songwriting too. And that's why I love certain new metal bands for me, because I love Linkin Park, and I love Linkin Park because they made really good song, not only songwriting, because their musics are basically more of depression, and System of a Down, their musics are more political, and I loved it. And this is the band that everybody should listen to this very day to know how it was, especially to the modern era that a lot of people don't know a lot about these bands at the time that we grew up with. Especially kids that they're listening to a lot of music that what's played today. I know because when we were kids, we listened to these types of music all the time. And kids out there, for certain kids, you should definitely listen to System of a Down. It depends on you. It depends, but just listen to some metal music, and it's gonna make you more open minded of music too. So yeah, I've seen what was I gonna say? I seen the kids react to System of a Down video off camera. Like, I didn't do a video of that. I saw a video of that, and I don't want to give away too much. It's not too much of a spoiler. There's not really nothing special about it. It's just like, they're reacting to the music. While a lot of kids don't really like this, don't get me wrong, there was 2 or 3. I think there was 3. No, there's 2 of them. 2 of the kids that really loved it, which I'm surprised. Because I thought most of them actually didn't love it. That's okay as long as you have a better response to why you don't like that band or a genre. Because one person, I gotta say, she's my favorite, which I don't want to say their names because, like I said, I don't want to say the names, but I will say this: she loves System of a Down a lot, And there's that one dude, which I mean, I like him, but even though he did talk trash on the Living on a Prayer or Bon Jovi video where he talked trash about the Living on a Prayer, which I disagree of his reaction. I think it was the same kid, I don't know. But yeah, that girl, she's easily my #1 favorite kids on the Kids React. And yeah. Although I don't want to react to Fine Bros videos because not just because I'm doing the reaction video or stuff like that, because it's gonna make me look like a bad person, especially talking so much crap to the kids. And like I don't want, like I'm not a bad person. It's because, well, I mean, it depends on what type of mood I'm in, like right now. And now I'm just happy because I just got done listening to this album too. And I don't care if I talk off topic. It's still related to this topic, the album artist is too. And so far, Sarge Taking actually said about the Prison song, quotes, "It's about the unfairness of mandatory minimum sentences and how they are about 2 million Americans in jail. And a lot of them are in there for marijuana possession and things of that sort. Instead of rehabilitating men who have drug problems, they're throwing them in prison. That's not really solving anything." The song also addresses how drug money is used to rig elections in other countries by the CIA. I really agree with his statements. That's another thing too about System of a Down. I really emphasis of their statements, and I really agree with them too. Especially knowing how their backgrounds are really crazy at the time too, and they still are pretty much to this very day. And yeah, and another thing why another heads up why I'm not gonna do a Fine Bros reaction video, because not just because I don't like doing reaction videos. It's because then I'm gonna be so biased. Like I'm so biased in most of my opinion. I mean, not for the most part. In my opinion, I'm more biased. Like for example, I love Linkin Park and System of a Down, but it depends. Like as long as you have a good open-minded thought, like opinion, I love it when people give out their opinions like for simple good reasons, but not like in a jerk, nonetheless. Because some people, they give out their opinions in a jerk way without like not citing evidence, but like not in a good way either. But I'm not saying you guys, because you guys have good opinions too. Because I know you guys in the comments, most of them are really respected of what I do, and I really appreciate that. And number 5 for me is, you may rank this number 1 or 2 on your list, but for me it's number 5, and this song is Chop Suey. Now this is a hit. Okay, hear me out. This is a hit song from their Toxicity album, and not only that, this song, I really love this song, especially the song that another fun fact. There's actually more fun fact on this song. Actually, this song Chop Suey was actually one of the songs that this was included of the list of the September 11 attacks. While this song, because there was a music video for this song and I really loved it, and this song is actually on the list for the Clear Channel Memorandum, which means like it's a list of the September 11 attacks in 2001, because this was a hit single back in the day. This album came out before the September 11 attacks, but the channel is what the channel means is like they put the songs on the list that they may or may not featured of the list that they want to play on the radio, because especially after the September 11 attacks. And yeah. In AC/DC, you probably don't notice, AC/DC actually has the most songs to ever included on the list. While other artists have other songs that are into this album, what's actually surprised me that there's actually a couple songs on this album. There's actually a couple songs on a couple artists that I really love that are in this list. Like the Beatles is A Day in the Life. Kind of agree. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Oh, I kind of agree, yeah. Obla Di Obla Da? Huh? I don't really get that. Why is it on this list? I don't know. And another thing too, the channel is saying the lyrics are questionable. That's what they mean. Ticket to Ride? Huh? Yeah, some of the songs don't really make, some of the songs that don't really, because especially the title, because I don't look a lot more deeper into the song, but watch, when I get into this song, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's why. Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Oh, maybe. And yeah, there's a lot of artists that I really loved, and it's, you know what that caught my attention is The Doors. It's the end from their debut album, The Doors, and I actually have it on CD, which I should have gotten on vinyl because I'm a loser. That's what I am. And yeah, they got a lot of songs, and especially artists that I really know too. Earth, Wind and Fire, and Johnny Poole, and basically, yeah, everyone. Even the couple songs that shocked me big time was Led Zeppelin I mean, not really too much shocking, but Stairway to Heaven, and I really love that song from Led Zeppelin. It's actually my top favorites, above Immigrant Song, even though it's not my favorite song from the album, especially because of how overrated. I mean, I can't say it's overrated. I really love that song. John Lennon Imagine song, that caught my attention too. I really love that song. I mean, how can you not love that song? Because if you don't like the song, you're crazy. We can't be friends. If you don't love the Imagine song, we can't be friends. You can't. Oh yeah, another thing that caught my attention is Elvis Presley, "You're the," quote, or in the parentheses, "devil in disguise." Oh, that could be it. That could be. Queen's Another One Bites the Dust. Oh, okay, that could be that. Killer Queen. Oh, maybe. The Rolling yeah, basically, yeah, Chop Suey, System of a Down, this was also included in the list. So I don't want to go a lot into it. I just wanted to point out some of the songs. Just like, if you want to look it up, like the list of the September 11 attacks, like inappropriate titles, then check it, just search it up on Google. September 11 inappropriate titles. Or you could call it list of post 9/11 inappropriate titles. And yeah. Especially because of a line that they, especially because there was a line like in the lyrics that I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I really love that part of the song. I love the melody and the vocals. Because at the time, it led to the channel, since the lyrics in the song, they included in the song, they put in a list. And it was actually not banned. The song was actually not banned, which I'm so glad it wasn't, because I would not know it. Nothing about the song. but because they were advised against playing any of the songs on the list. So I'm guessing there's just some songs that were played that they didn't want to play in the radios, because especially after it too. But this song, I really love the song. I love the background. I love, especially in the music video, while they're just while they're just playing, while they're just touring up. Because the music video is basically the first collaboration with the acclaimed director Marcus Sega, which I am not very familiar with him, and I'm not very familiar with him. Also, he works with bands with Weezer, System of a Down, of course, P.O.D., Papa Roach, Blink-182. I really love that band. And P.O.D. I liked it. I mean, I never get much listen to the bands. I listen to their hit singles. And you probably don't know this. A lot of kids that grew up in the 2000s or even the 90s or 80s, you probably don't know this, but P.O.D. stands for Payable on Death. Like, they are basically a Christian nu metal band, which I don't want to get into it because I'm not a big fan of P.O.D. But don't get me wrong, I like P.O.D. songs. I'm not a big fan. But this song, Chop Suey, is easily this song is basically the most well-known song from System of a Down. I mean, not the most. There's other songs that are well-known too. And Rick Rubin cites the songs as one of the most important projects. He told in the Rolling Stones, said, quote, "This song was originally going to be called Self-Righteous Suicide, and the record company rebuilt it. I remember wanting to go to the mat and keep the title, and the band decided, let's call it Chop Suey," which I thought was kind of funny, which I agree. Chop Suey is basically it's an Americanization of the Chinese quick dish Sop Su, which means odds and ends, mixed bits in the consensus dialect. The song title is a play on self-right chop suicide. So I'm guessing that's how they got it. Self-right chop self-righteous suicide. Oh, I get it. They're trying to make a, but yeah, that's what he's basically doing. That has a further sort of humor is that they have mixed up a controversial word into a nonsensical word to create a more radio-friendly title. Yeah. They want to make it more radio-friendly, especially after what happened too, yeah. And this song enjoyed success, climbing the charts after its August 2001 release before virtually disappearing from the airways after 9/11. The song's chorus with its congratulated to suicide and lemons. I cry when angels deserve to die. I really love that song. It's so catchy. I really love it. Was considered a bit too raw for listeners at the time too. Yeah. In the wake of the tragedy, Clear Channel Communication back in the days they call it Clear Channel Communications. Now it's called iHeartMedia. Put out a memo to its subsidiary. They put a memo in the radio stations, temporarily blackmailing but not outright banning it, along with 164 other lyrical questionable songs. That is a lot. I didn't even know it was that much. I thought it was like I thought it was like 100 exactly. But wow, there was that much. Wow. The record resurfaced on the charts in part due to its earlier popularity, in part due to the lack of new single released that September. However, it remains one of it remains one of System of a Down's worst performing U.S. singles, particularly related to the song's global performance. Maybe it could be because of the subject matter too. Although the lyrics are viewed as confrontable, the singer is actually challenging the listener to wake up, quote, and reconciling the way that what they judge and decide people who are engaged in self-destructive behaviors. The song's culminative in a biblical connection to Jesus before his death on the cross, with the singer of having chosen his self-righteous suicide so that their sinners will be forgotten. And wow. And Darren Malakian actually said about the interview, he actually said the song is about how when people die, they will be regarded differently depending on the way they pass. Like, if I were to die from a drug overdose, eventually would say I deserve it because I abused drugs. Hence the line, angels deserve to die, quote. Darren Malakian also, in an interview of the Louder Than Heck, because in YouTube policy, I wrote that in the back of the RV with that song. I didn't want to repeat myself. I didn't want to write PLUCK, which stands for plug, again, or Soup P. Both of them are part of their debut album, System of a Down. Again, I wanted to explore something different. At the same time, I wanted to retain our style, so I put a lot of ideas to it together. So basically, it has a lot of subject matter in the song. I don't have no problems with it, because I have no problems with this song, and it's a really good song. Even though if it's a subject matter, it could be a little offensive for some people that listen to this song. But I actually really love this song. Not because of how catchy it is, but even though the subject matter, a lot of people can be split either liking or disliking that certain song because of the subject matter. But this is a song I really like, regardless of subject matter. Similar to Driving Rain album, where I actually did like the Freedom song. Even though it's a subject matter too, especially because he wrote it for the pulse of the September 11 attacks. Especially because Heather told him to. Because he was dating Heather at the time, Paul McCartney. Not a good couple. I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah. Next song. You may rank this number 1 or number 2 is on your list. But for me, it's Toxicity. Now, I prefer this song a little more than the Toxicity song. A little more. Mostly because, I guess it's because it depends on your certain taste. But Chop Suey and Toxicity, Chop Suey, I love this song a little more because of the melody. But this one, I love the song because of how great the vocals are from Sarge Taking. And Toxicity is actually one of the biggest hits of the song at the time. This was number 70 on the Hot 100 and number 3 on the mainstream rock chart. During a performance, Darren Malakian said that the song was about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. That's the initials. A learning disorder that causes a person to have trouble concentrating. Oh, I've been there before. I can relate to that. The video for the song was directed by the band's bassist, Shalvo Odegian, the bassist of System of a Down. It's just like he also directed the Ariel's music video, by the way. What inspired Sarge taking to make these songs? Songs like Toxicity contains the most talk about subject in many other System of a Down songs. These songs created a subject about the music industry, drugs, corruption, religion, and Hollywood. Definitely, the song is so relevant. Hollywood is definitely so relevant today, as well as their role of toxicity in the world. This toxicity is a type of characteristic that System of a Down thinks is poisoning the nation due to the effect takes place afterwards. So basically, I love the subject matter. I gotta say, the song is really good. But yeah, I kind of actually disagree with what they're. But actually, ADD is used as a means to describe how modern government. Because there's some parts that can actually put some fake stuff. Because this song is actually about ADD actually. Because a lot of people they were split either what this stand for, but actually for the song it's basically how modern governments and corruptions directly or indirectly distract, influence people through varieties means such as media, medication, and propaganda, right? Like stuff like that. And I don't think I should do a lyrics breakdown, but they do have a lyrics breakdown of the song. Well, I'll just basically talk about like what the whole thing is about because I don't want to make it too much of a longer video. So yeah, this song, I really love this song. Don't get me wrong, I love this song. Don't throw hate comments on me. I love Chop Suey Toxicity songs a lot. I remember listening to the songs back then. I jam out, I rocked out to the song when I was younger. I mean, when I was a kid. But number 3. But I prefer the top 3. So now we are on the top 3 songs that I really loved a lot more than the other ones. Don't get me wrong, I love the other songs, but for Toxicity and Chop Suey, I love the songs, but I guess because it's a little too popular. I mean, not pop, but popular. Like, like more commercially, what I meant, sorry. Number 3 for me is Shimmy. I actually love the song right away, actually. I love the song right away. As soon as I first time heard this album all the way through, I heard this song and I was like, oh my god, I remember this song when I was a kid. This is one of the songs I remember this song when I was a kid. I keep saying as a kid. I remember this song when I was younger when this album came out. I was actually alive when this album came out. And Shimmy was one of the songs that I grew up with. That song, Toxicity, Chop Suey, what was that other ATWA, which I will mention that song in a minute. And yeah, basically, Prison Song, by the way, Prison Song, I forgot to mention, yeah. Neil's, I also remember that song. Man, I remember a lot of System of a Down songs when I was young, right? It's crazy. Maybe it's because of how much times a lot of plays your parents or your siblings play for you. And I don't mind that. Shimmy, the song, it talks about the mind control of the people. Sarge, because what I mean is Sarge screams, because he basically talks about, I think Mia, like this is one of the lyrics. But this is actually the bridge, because there's actually, I made some points that the bridge referenced what he's saying about the song, which the Shimmy song is the 11th track in the album too, by the way. And let's see, I made a point too, I just want to let you know. And so far, I'm looking at it, oh yeah, it's indoctrination of a nation, subjugation of subjugation, that almost at the end of the part song, or like at the end of the song part, and it's really good. And I really love the song. There's not really too much to say about the song. I really love the song. It's so good. I love Sarge Taken's vocals. For the most part of System of a Down, I really love Sarge Taken's vocals on this song. Because the chorus, like where he says, I think only about me, about myself, about my own problems. I want a house and a wife. Isn't that a perfect example of that? God dang it, American survival life. The way that people were manipulated, suppressed and individualism. Yeah, I am so tired today, so forgive me if I am blanking out so many times. and to live a certain life. So yeah, it basically talks about the problems too. Similar to Michael Jackson, where he talks about the problems. I mean that's different because Michael Jackson he talks about like they were going against him, but System of a Down's talking about the problems against the problem of the world that happened at the time. So number two for me, we are already two. Number two for me is ATWA, which if you don't know what that means, it stands for Air, Trees, Waters, and Animals. And this is a song that basically is, it basically talks, like there was a background that it talks about, he cites that Charles Manson, the guy who was locked up in jail, a serial mass killer, I think. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Charles Manson. I mean, I know him. I know Charles Manson. I know him. And Darren Malakian cites him as an inspiration. Darren Malakian quote is something that Charles Manson, tends to be really focused on. Even his so-called family that he's had. This was a method behind what happened there. The Charles Manson everybody sees on the television. Everything is always one-sided on television. I don't agree with killing anybody. I don't agree with going in and slashing anybody's throats or anything, writing crap on the walls. That's not what he said. He didn't say crap. I said it just because YouTube might go after me what I said. What I really said, that's not what I'm into. And no, I'm not saying myself. I'm talking about the interview. That's not the side of the Charles Manson that I'm into. It's more of his ideas and his thoughts on society. That's pretty sweet and thoughtful background there, Malakian, isn't it? But this song, I actually love the song right away too. I love the song right away actually. Again, I love the song. This is one of the songs I actually remember listening to back in the days when my parents blasted this song. Or they actually, my parents or my older brother played this song. Because my older brother loves System of a Down. And yeah, I don't blame him. I really love System of a Down. ATWA song is such a good song. Like, it's so good. I don't know. It could be because of the vocals. Not only the vocals, but I love the soft guitar. I really love it. And bleh, I forgot what I was going to say. But, I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say. But it's, ATWA is about Charles Manson's beliefs on the environment. And Darren Malakian thinks that Charles Manson is in jail for the wrong reasons. I think he had an unfair trial. Deer Dance, I forgot to mention this. Deer Dance is also about the protests surrounding the 2000 Democratic National Convention, which this was a big thing back in the day too. And yeah, I have nothing to say at the moment. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know fully about it. But because I didn't do much research on this too. And yeah, ATWA, one of my favorite songs on this album. Every time I listen to this song, the more I'm just getting, because when I listen to this song, and to me, I get the nostalgic feels. Because what I mean by nostalgic feels means, it means something that you grew up with and you remember the song way back. Like I said about Prison Song and Deer Dance, or not Deer Dance. Needles. Those are the songs that I grew up in. I always have like nostalgic feels. Like I was like, oh, I remember this song. So next up is what I consider my number one favorite song on the album, and it is Aerials. Aerials in the sky. I really love this song. I gotta say, the vocals, the harmonies in the song is really good. The reason why I put this number one in my list is not only because this is a third single from not only because this was another single from their album too, and it was actually released in September 2001. It was critically and commercially successful. The song was nominated for Best Hard Rock Performance at the 2003 Grammy Awards. That's awesome. I love that. I love to hear that. The overall theme of the song is our mistaken views of ourselves as being individual and isolated from the rest of mankind and other life forms, and how we actually are a tiny part of something greater, from which we come when we are born, and to which we go when we die. It speaks of clinging to life and not accepting death, cause we see death as an ending, not as another step of existence. When we die, our matter is decomposed and is transferred to things like worms that feed on us. to the atmosphere in the form of gas, into the ground and plants that feed on him. We are always moving through the circle of existence. There is no stillness, only movement and transformation. And there was actually many CD issues on this song, because there's another reason why I love this song. Not only because I love the song and how good I love the vocals and the guitar. I loved everything from the song a lot more than what I loved. Because there's a lot of CD issues about. I mean, there's a couple CD issues. Because if it depends, like if you had this album back in the day when this album came out, I think it has a hint track on any albums that you buy. I'm guessing on eBay. Because yes, my parents had this over the years, and even includes the hint track too. And Aerials, when this song Aerials was a big hit, this song the Aerials, it does not include the hint track, by the way, when this was a single. But on the album version, on the other hand, it includes a hint track called Arto. Well, I mean, it's a hint track called Arto, and it's basically more of an instrumental track, basically, with vocalizations or Armenian chants. And it also features Arto Chanaboy Ochian, a guy that I just talked about it. I talked about it in System of a Down Still That's album review, and yeah, I really love this song. So don't fight me in the comments. Why did you put Toxicity or Chop Suey lower? You know why. But Aerials, oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, Sarge taken quote, we didn't know it would become a big hit or anything, but truthfully, we never ever thought about it. It was just another song. We liked it, but we like all of our music. Anything we don't like gets thrown away. I agree. Sarge taken from an interview Louder Than Heck that I also talk about. And yeah, oh my gosh, this song. And oh yeah, by the way, there was a music video directed by that. Really good music video, I gotta say. And it was directed by Shava ODG and the bassist of the group of System of a Down. And Aerials is easily one of my favorite songs on the album. Not because it's a single, but I really love this song. Like, it's so good. I love the vocals and the guitar and bass and the drumming too. I love it. And in the music video, it features a disfigured boy who dreams he is famous, but when he is questioned by another boy, he comes back to reality and is lonely. A really good subject. I mean, I can't say subject matter. Why? I can't believe I was gonna say subject matter. I'm a loser. But yeah, this song, I gotta say, Aerials is in my opinion, my number one favorite song in the album. And I know you're gonna be like, but why did you rank Lost in Hollywood number one? Check out that video and you'll know why. It could be because of what they're saying about the song too. Although it's not the catchiest song for me, I do have to admit this. Lost for Hollywood is not the catchiest song for me, in my opinion. It's not the catchiest song. But BYOB, if you had to choose, what's my catchiest song from BYOB? Or BYOB. What is the catchiest song from Mesmerized album? I might have to say BYOB might be the catchiest song in the album. Not because it's the single, but I really love the song. It's really catchy. I really love it. All the songs on System of a Down, Mesmerized album, I really like. That's the thing about System of a Down. They never make a terrible albums. Like, I mean, so far. I mean, well, for now, like, because I need to start getting, because I didn't listen to their debut album System of a Down a lot more recently. And I haven't been listening to the Hypnotized album. I also have that album too. I haven't been listening to the Hypnotized album because I've been so busy working all day. And yeah. Aerials, for me, I choose this song as my number one favorite song because the vocals are my favorite part of the song. And not only that, the guitar, the drumming, and the basses, everything about this song is really good. Especially the hint track. I love the hint track too. It's when you listen to this album, it kind of, like I said about the album review of the Toxicity album review, what I talked about, that I actually had a memory of when I remember back in the days where I first discovered a vinyl when I was younger, and I listened to the Beatles' Such Personality Huts Club Band album on the vinyl. I remember back in the day they had those, and they had it, my older grandmother and grandfather, they had it on vinyl. And I listened to it because I not only because I wanted to see how it goes, but I just got a chance to like sit there and listen to it, the whole thing. And And I remember like at the end, I remember like the song, like at the end of the song, "A Day in the Life" remains my number one favorite song. It still will always remain my number one favorite song from the Beatles. "A Day in the Life" song, the last song in the album. And I remember the first time looking at the vinyl player, and I remember the song because they had it on the album version, and I remember the needle was keep moving, and I was thinking like, is it over? And I was like, is it? Because I was really young at the time too. I was because I think I said, is it over? And then I kept looking at it, and then I heard noises, and I was like, what's going on? And it actually kind of scared me. It actually scared me when this spoken words, "There's no way any other way." When Paul McCartney said that with his high pitched voice, it kind of got me a jump because I didn't expect that too. And it jumped. It didn't jump. It didn't scare me because the part I cried because it jumped me and I didn't expect that. But wow, it took because listening to the hint track Arto, it took me back when I was younger. Not only because the back then when this album came out, but it took me back where I first time listened to the discovering the vinyl and the "A Day in the Life" song. It took me back memories too. Oh my gosh, it was funny. It was funny because I thought that I thought the "Day in the Life," like I thought the song was over, but it was still moving. The needle, it was still moving. And I told them, "Is it over?" And then they were like, "No." And I kept like listening. I kept like waiting for it, and then the song it got me a little jump scared. It jumped me a little bit, and it was funny, funny memories. And yeah, that's all I had to say about the Arrow song. I really love the song. Really, it's my number one favorite song in the album. I know you may rank this in the middle or the last, but you can't go wrong with this song in my opinion. But this song, the hint track Arto, I really love that hint track too. I love it. It's very different and weird for the first time listening to it, but I actually really love that hint track. It actually got me goosebumps and also nostalgia feels because I remember younger and discovering the hint tracks too. Because "A Day in the Life" is not a hit. I mean, it's not a. Well, I mean, because most people will say it's the hint track on the album. Because for me, it's not the hint track. Because in the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band reprise, it said we only have one song left to go, something like that. I forgot how it goes, but they said like, we're getting close near the end. That's what they said in the song, and yeah, they only have one song left, so that I would not classify as a hint track because they did say it in the reprise song, and I really love that. "A Day in the Life" is my number one favorite song from the Beatles. If you think I'm wrong, then you're wrong. So yeah, that's my ranking of the least favorite, worst to best. Like I said, least favorite to favorite of the Sgt. Pepper System of a Down's Toxicity album. My number one favorite album from System of a Down, their whole catalog so far. Because I don't know. Because I need to start listening to their debut album, System of a Down, so it could change my mind. Because I didn't get their debut album yet. I'm gonna get it soon, so I can get more listens, and I will dive more deeper while I'm listening to the song and know the song facts about it too. So, at the ending, I'm gonna show you what the album looks like, and this is the album that my parents had back in the day, and they let me had it. They let me have this album, and that was very nice of them. So, yep, this is the album cover, and this is the back. Look at these four. They look pretty hippie, huh? But, yeah, this is the side view. Oh, let me put it on focus. It says, I don't think you guys can see it. Okay, let me put it on focus a little bit more. It says it on a red and a star, and I don't think you see it, but it says CK62240 American in the bottom with the lowercase a, and it has a star on it. It has a star. I don't think you guys can see it very well. I accidentally when I was recording, okay, that's much better. That's much better. When I was recording, I accidentally put the light on because it's gonna be hard to know what it looks like. And the bottom, and it's by Sony Music, The Devil, and it says it again, like in the view points right there. Just open the case of what it looks like. This is what happens when you open it, and when you open it, bam. And the number 2, I've always thought like why it says number 2 on the album, like on the CD. I'm guessing the reason why I said number 2 is because it could be their second album they're making. It could be that. That might be a hidden Easter egg that you may or may not have known. But that's a pretty cool hidden track right there, or hidden message or hidden Easter egg. You could say hidden Easter egg. And this is an album cover, and I love the album cover. That's like a Hollywood sign. I love it because I mean, basically the album basically talks about what's going on in the world at the time too, and I love the album cover too. It's actually I was gonna because I was actually gonna plan on doing my ranking my least favorite album covers from System of a Down. This is gonna be the first video I'm ever gonna do on ranking the album covers from least favorite to favorite of System of a Down. I actually got that idea from watching a video of. I saw a video of a similar YouTuber that I mentioned in my other video or my other videos where I said I think it was the Paul McCartney's Driving Rain album ranking it worst to best. Like I said, least to favorite, where I mentioned the YouTuber under the name Canadian Stuffman YouTuber, and I watched his videos and wait, hold on, let me show you my face. Yeah, but I saw his videos and I got the idea like I want to rank my the album covers of the band. Like System of a Down, I'm gonna do my first video on it if I get their debut album System of a Down. I'm gonna the first video I'm gonna do before I get to the ranking it the tracks least favorite to favorite on the ranking it least favorite to favorite on the God, I keep forgetting what I'm trying to say. Ranking after I'm done ranking, I'm gonna do the ranking album covers before I get to the album ranking of the System of a Down's debut album. I didn't do the Mesmerize I mean I did the Mesmerize album. I didn't do the Hypnotize album yet, which I need to listen to that album a little more because I haven't been listening to that album a lot lately because I've been busy a lot. Time is everything. Time takes time. And I don't mean like Ringo Starr's 1993 album, Time Takes Time, which I don't have that album. And when you open it up, it opens up like this. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. But yeah, it opens up like just like a big page right there. And it's basically all the lyrics. The first page is Sarge Taking. Look at him. Looks silly. And this is Darren Malakian. It's him. I love the faces they make. And I believe that's John Dolimian. Yeah, that's him. That's Shavo ODGian. He looks like a tripper, or he looks like a tripper, or a hippie. Yeah, pretty much that's all you need to know. And this is the back cover too. Let me show you. This is the back cover, what it looks like. Because I don't think I did this in my last video. I don't think I did. I mean, I think I did in my last video, but I didn't put it on focus that much. So I love the back cover. I gotta say, I love the back cover because I love the fact that it has a lot of info on the back too. I love it. Because think about it. What I loved about the back cover is like it looks like the whole entire a picture like I don't know how you say it, like a wallpaper. Like I love like the way it looks. Like it looks like it's just like one picture. And it's just like foldable too. It's foldable too. Sorry, I don't know what was that about. But that's pretty much all you need to know about this album cover too. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, besides the CD, the way it looks, and besides the way the CD looks too. By the way, it's kind of similar because it's kind of hold on. I love how like their CD, the way it looks. Like the CD, I love the CD design for this album. I love the CD design too. I love it. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I love that it says American Recordings, a stereophonic experience, 200 RPM. It's almost like kind of reminds me of a vinyl a little bit. But yeah. In the bottom it says, well, let me put it on focus. Produced by Rick Rubin and Darren Malakian. And co-produced by Sarge Taking, one of my favorite vocalists for a metal band. In 2001, it came out in Sony Music Entertainment, which I do not love Sony Music at all. I know you're gonna be like, well, since you don't like Sony Music, I know you're gonna be like, why do you don't like Sony Music? But Sony Music is what made System of a Down really awesome. I know that. I don't blame the band for trying to sign up for Sony Music. I blame for Sony Music the way they promote, for albums. Like what I said about the Michael Jackson's Invincible album that I haven't, I did my album ranking of that video, and I also did the my album review. I believe I did the album review on that video where they refused to promote this album, which took place in 2001. Again, what I said about System of a Down's Toxicity album. This actually came out after. This came out. This actually came out after this album. So yeah, that's different contrast. And this is his last album that he made in his lifetime, before his death. And I actually gotta say, this is actually my second favorite album from Michael Jackson. Other than my number one favorite album, in my opinion, my number one favorite album has got to be Thriller, because the songs are really catchy. I mean, even though in my opinion the songs are not my favorite ones than the other albums that I listen to, I prefer Michael Jackson's later catalogs, his later albums like Dangerous, History, Past, Present, and Future. Blood on the Dance Floor, I can pass it, but if they play like 5 original songs, Blood on the Dance Floor, Morphine, and yes, that's the song title of the song. And what's that? Superfly Sister, Ghost, and Is It Scary? I would love to hear the songs. Those are my favorite songs on the album. And I believe I did my album. I did my I ranked the tracks, and I got the idea, inspiration. I know you guys are gonna be like, what is up with that video? Why does it look weird? Because I got the idea, inspiration from that channel, History in the Mix. If you are not familiar with them, or Canadian Stealthman, I'll leave these two channels and links in the description. History in the Mix, he basically talks about mostly on Michael Jackson. And I haven't been watching, and I watch his videos. I watched his video on the Invincible album about his album rankings, and I decided to do. I saw his album ranking to worst to best, or least favorite to favorite, which means I would not put least favorite to favorite. I would basically put it worst to best. But that's okay if you put least favorite to favorite. At least you're being more honest. And he has a good points, and I respect his opinion. And yeah, that's all I have to say pretty much. And yeah, the two channels are going to be in the description if you want to check them out. And if you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what. Do you agree with my list? What would you rank your worst to best, or like I always say, least favorite to favorite tracks on the Toxicity album from System of a Down? Just tell me all your personal opinions in the comments. Let's not fight in the comments down below, okay? This is just their opinion, okay? And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, share this. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications to go directly to that video, and share this video with your friends and family if they are a System of a Down fans. And I just wanted to make it a little different, just in case if you guys are ever going to be bored of it. But yeah, the channels are going to be in the description if you want to check them out, and my social media are in the description. And don't worry if you can't, because I'm not going to put a lot of links in the description. I'm going to include the System of a Down's descriptions, because it's relatable to the topics, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna create like playlists so it can be easier for you to go to that video, so you can know what I'm talking about in those videos. So I will see you in the next video. Change the world. Peace and love. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to mention. This is the let me just put it on focus a little bit more. Just in case you guys have not seen this, Spin Magazine names Toxicity 2001 album of the year, which I agree the most ambitious record yet to emerge from the new metal scene. This is the sound of now. Alternative press readers poll votes System of a Down best band of 2001. This is www.systemofadown.com. Includes the hits Chop Suey and Toxicity. So this is the album that first came out. This is the album that my parents had, so just keep you in mind. So I'll see you in the next video.